It was an ordinary Wednesday morning when Ethan Kane, a powerful and polished CEO of Kane Tech Enterprises, walked into his glass-walled office overlooking the Manhattan skyline. His day was booked solid: meetings, pitches, profit projections. As usual, he was focused, firm, and emotionally impenetrable. Ever since the tragic loss of his daughter 6 years ago, Ethan had built a fortress around his heart, letting no one in. He led with precision, not compassion. But that morning was about to be anything but ordinary. His assistant, Carol, knocked softly and entered, looking puzzled. "Sir, there are 2 little girls here to see you." They walked in off the street. "I tried to stop them, but they were insistent. They're waiting in the lobby with a resume, and a note." Ethan raised a brow. "What?" Carol hesitated. "They look no older than 7. Twins. They said it's urgent." Intrigued more than annoyed, Ethan waved his hand. "Send them in." Moments later, the door creaked open. In stepped 2 identical little girls, freckles on their noses, braids in their hair, and shoes scuffed from long walks. One clutched a worn pink folder. The other held her sister's hand tightly. "Hello, Mr. CEO sir," the bolder one said, her voice trembling but brave. "My name is Lila, and this is my sister, Lily. We came for a job interview." Ethan blinked, caught off guard for the first time in years. "A job interview?" "Yes, sir," Lila said, stepping forward and placing the pink folder on his mahogany desk. "That's our resume. Our mom wrote it for us before she got sick again." Ethan's throat tightened. He glanced at the folder. It was childlike, drawn with crayon, with stick figures and hearts around the words, "Lila and Lily, hard workers, good listeners, love helping." He couldn't help but smile. "What kind of job are you 2 applying for?" "Any job that can help us buy medicine for Mommy," Lily said softly. "We don't need toys. Just medicine." Silence filled the room. Time seemed to pause. Ethan leaned back, heart beginning to stir. "Where's your dad?" "We don't have one," Lila said. "Mom says he left when we were still in her tummy. She raised us all by herself. But now she can't work 'cause she's sick again, and we heard you're really, really rich." Lily tugged her sister's sleeve and whispered something. Lila nodded, stepped closer to Ethan, and took a deep breath. "We don't want charity. Mommy says never beg, always earn. So we came with a resume. We can clean or carry stuff or make people smile. We just want to help Mommy not die." And then she said it, the one sentence that pierced Ethan's soul, the one that shattered his steel armor. "We promise we'll work hard, just like your daughter would've." Ethan's eyes widened. How do you know about my daughter?" Lily reached into her coat pocket and pulled out a folded newspaper clipping. It was old and yellowing. A story from years ago about Ethan's daughter, Emily, who died of leukemia at age 7. The article showed a photo of Ethan and Emily at a charity event. "Our mommy kept this. She said you were kind once. That maybe your heart remembers." Ethan couldn't breathe. The photo. Emily's eyes. The same as these girls, hopeful, soft, filled with uncrushed dreams. Memories he'd buried came flooding back, Emily dancing in the kitchen, her laughter echoing down the halls, the way she'd ask him to read her favorite bedtime story even when he was too tired. He stood slowly, walked around his desk, and knelt before the girls. His voice cracked. "What's your mommy's name?" "Sarah Whitman," Lily whispered. That name. It hit him like a wave. Sarah had been Emily's pediatric nurse, the kind, gentle woman who stayed late at the hospital, comforting a dying child when her father couldn't face the pain. Sarah, who once told him softly, "Your daughter needs you more than she needs medicine." And he had walked away anyway. He swallowed hard. Where is she now? At home. On the couch. She says she's too tired to get up most days. But she tries. She always tries. Ethan turned to Carol, standing frozen at the door. Cancel my meetings. Call Dr. Harris at Mercy Hospital. I want a full medical team at the address these girls give you. Now. Carol nodded, wiping tears from her eyes. Ethan looked back at the twins, his voice trembling. You don't need to work. Your mommy's going to get the best care there is. And you both, you're family now. Lila's face lit up. Does that mean you'll help? He nodded, tears streaming freely now. It means I should have helped a long time ago. He wrapped his arms around both girls, as if trying to hold on to the second chance he never thought he'd get. In their embrace, he found something he thought he'd lost forever, redemption. Weeks later, Sarah was recovering well, thanks to top specialists and around-the-clock care. The girls had a warm home, new clothes, and even a golden retriever named Daisy. But most importantly, they had someone who showed up for them every day, a man who learned that grief doesn't have to end in silence. That love can come back, sometimes in unexpected, miraculous ways. On a sunny spring morning, Ethan walked Lila and Lily to school hand in hand. As they reached the gate, Lily looked up and asked, "Do you think Emily can see us?" Ethan smiled, eyes glistening. "I think she's the one who sent you to me." Because sometimes, the smallest voices carry the greatest truth. And sometimes, a child's resume, written in crayon, can rewrite a man's entire life.